If looks could kill, it's on sight then. I'm incomparable. I speak in parables, your favorite rapper's terrible. It's hysterical how they haven't fell off yet, it's a miracle. I'ma pull up in a ghost, dude, I ain't scared of you. I'm a rarity, it's hard to find a single similarity. Compared to T, your music is just a parody. It's a workout, this rap game that I'm carrying. For recovery, my neck's doing cryotherapy. I started where the greats left off, and I really want to smoke, take the face mask off. When you're feeling this fly, really make blast off. But I don't think your music is shut up, cause I ain't asked y'all. Oh my God. I'm fighting. Just give me the mic and I'm Tyson. Throwing jabs and the hooks that I'm right in.
And we're back. What's up, everybody? Back in the green room. Tony Rock in the building. Joe Feezy Fox.
What's going on, brother?
Trey Elliot.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's the deal, everybody? How was your week? What's going on?
I'm just happy to be alive.
God
Nah, man, I'll just say it now. Shout out to my best brother from another mother in the world, man. His mother passed. And, shout out to him.
Sorry to hear that, Fox.
86 years old.
Sorry to hear that.
She's like a second mother to me, man. But you know what? You know, the good thing is not to make anything, to dull it down or anything, but sometimes when it's sudden and she's not suffering, and we believe that's what happened, and then just have to take care of family business, man. But shout out to the Wallace family.
Just lost the
his father passed last
year,
man. It's
wow. The same family.
Wow. Same family, man. And we were real close. So shout out.
She passed from a broken heart.
Yeah. Shout out to Justin, Jeffrey, and Joe. So
man, I flew back yesterday from I was in Tampa.
Yeah.
Flew back Monday. Turn the phone off, plane takes off, turn the phone back on, messages start coming through crazy. I start screening through messages.
Mm-hmm.
I get a message from back home. A person was trying to get in touch with me, sent an email to an email that finally reached me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
My acting teacher, Miss Joanna Beckson, passed away as well. I was sitting on that plane so sad. I hadn't seen her in years.
5, 6,
but
10.
Man, 20.
Whoa.
15 at least.
Yeah.
But just to open the email and read it and see her name, and I was like, oh my God, I should have did better, man. I should have been, hey, how you doing? Just want to say what's up. I'm not gonna say I'm here because of her, but bruh, I would read with her, and she would be like, yo.
She pulled it out of you.
I told you, I flew home to read with her for all of us. And she got the sides and said, this is you. Literally read the sides and was like, you got this.
She was older?
Old white lady. Was like, read it. Let's just work a little bit. You got this. Don't fuck up what you naturally normally do, because that's this character.
Right.
Flew back to LA, went home just to work with her. Flew back, booked it.
Yeah.
Booked it. And then it's crazy because some people just come in your life. In this career, some people, few and far between, some people come into your life and they strictly just want the best for you. They don't want it's not incentivized. She literally let me take her class for free.
Wow. For how long?
8 weeks. It was a workshop. It was a sitcom workshop.
Oh, okay.
And she knew I did stand up, and she knew the next trajectory was, commercials and sitcom and, TV in that capacity. So she saw me do stand up and was just like, yo, I just think you got something. I'm laughing my ass off watching you. And I'm like, if he could bring that to the stage. And then when I started working with her, she was like, oh shit, you dope. And she would, it was so cool because she had worked with so many actors that went on to do big things. That one of the stipulations was she would ask them when they get on TV to send her scripts. So one of the actors she worked with was on a show called News Radio. Remember that show back in the day?
Oh yeah.
It was on NBC, ran for a few seasons, and they would send her scripts. So we would rehearse from real scripts, already written, already went through the rewrite. We already had the quality shit to rehearse with. And she would give us characters, and I would be, and she would just be like, yo, Tony, you really got something. So I went to LA, came to LA, got the sides for all of us, and was like, I only feel comfortable working with her. And literally paid for a flight back home just to work with her for like an hour and a half.
That's what's up.
And flew all the way back for the audition and booked that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Shout out to Your Acting Studio.
Yo, so I saw that email, man. I was like, man, I was really sad, man. I was really sad. And they told me when her services were, but I'm working. So I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, maybe I could try to get there in the morning and show my face and then make it to the gig in time. But I'm like, I don't know. But
yeah, man.
It's unfortunate.
Run into those people. That's how my acting coach was. Didn't want anything. I mean, I would pay him whenever I could, but you know,
what was his name?
Ivan Markota.
The guy that talks like this.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay.
That's why I said that, because when I started making money from the TV show and I went home that first break, I was like, oh shit, we off. You worked 3 weeks, we off one. That first one, I couldn't wait to get back home. And I was like, I gotta go see everybody. And I was like, went to her studio, class in session. Hey, what's up, everybody? They was, oh shit. It's like, yo, this lady's best. She let me take her. And I tried to give her money. Now money was coming in. So I like wrote her a check for like $1,000. Like, you were so, and she's like, I'm not taking your money. Get out of here. I'm like, no, you let me take the class for free, and you let me do that workshop before I did the sitcom, and I got it, and I just want to give you. And she was like, get out of it. What the fuck? I did that because I love you. Like, she wouldn't take the money.
Wow.
Joanna Bexon, I will miss you so much. Rest in peace. Rest peacefully. You were the best, baby. You were the best.
Yeah. So shout out to acting coaches, and shout out to my friend, and life moves on. I was glad to have her being in my life. You know?
Did you stay in touch with her?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good.
But you talking about my friend's mother? Well, during family gatherings, the times they're in Oklahoma, and the times that I went to visit them, I definitely saw her. And this is some things, we were kids growing up. That's the shortest part of your life, but those are the moments that really stick with you.
Yeah, that's what makes you who you are as an adult.
That's
the short part is supposed to sustain you through the long part.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, okay. All right, so since we told my family, we go right into I'll start this one off, because we had breaking news before you got here.
Yeah.
So, and this is be my question, but I'll give you the story as well. Good friend of mine, my brother. I consider this dude a brother.
Right.
I have brothers that my mother did not birth. This guy is definitely one of them. We are in constant conversation. We always text. We always talk. I fly to see him sometimes just because I missed him. If I got like some days off in between, I'm going to Atlanta just to see my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's straight love.
Go ahead
with
and
this
hang
dude.
out.
We had a falling out one time over some money, and I was so sad about it because he got sick while we were like at odds. And I was like, yo, man, how much would that money really mean to you if he got sick and didn't recover? If he died, would you still be like, that nigga owe me? And immediately I was like, yo, what the I was mad over money? Like, what if he would have died in that hospital that day and I would have never cleared the air?
Right.
So when he got better, I was like, yo, man. And he was like, yo, I'm still gonna pay. I was like, bruh, fuck that dough, bruh. I done made that shit back 1,000,000 times anyway. Like, him getting sick opened my eyes, like, what's really important? Like, it was God saying, yo, what's really important in this scenario? You want your money or you want your friend? Because I could take your friend. I could take your friend, bro. Or I could make him give you the, like, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? So when I saw him when he was healthy, I was like, bro, don't ever sweat no money with me, bro. Like, because if you wouldn't have made it out that hospital, I would have been fucked up. So I say that to say that's the level of brotherhood we're at.
Right.
I'm in the Bahamas 4 or 5 days ago. I told Fox, I'm sitting in the sun, drinking a rum punch, chilling, bucket hat on, fresh to death. Just enjoying my time in the Bahamas. Phone rings, I see it's him. I'm like, I gotta hit him back right now. It's me time. You know what I'm saying? Get my vitamin D on. You know what I'm saying? I get up, I go to the room. I'm like, all right, let me hit him. He answered the phone. I go, hey, yo, bro, I just want you to know first and foremost how much I love you that I even returned this phone call. Because nigga, I'm in the Bahamas right now. I knew you was out there doing something. I said, okay, so let me get ready. He's like, yo, I gotta talk. I said, okay, let me get ready. I propped the pillows up on the bed, put the sports center on mute, put the phone on speaker, pour my little bottle of water. Okay, go, hit me. He been dealing with a young lady for some time. I have been to several dinners with them. I have been to family functions with them. I am part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I care very much for this young lady because she cares so much for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? Residual love.
Mm-hmm.
When you love somebody because they
Okay.
love somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't know the exacts of it all or what the friction was, but they having problems.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing major. Nothing. Nobody cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cheated. Nobody got cheated on. Nobody got beated on.
Okay.
No
Those are the
beating,
two
no
majors.
cheating.
Ain't nobody been cheating on you. Nobody been beating on you.
Okay.
Those are the two majors. Nothing like that. So he tells me, I feel like this isn't working. I want to, clear. I got to clear my space, clear my head. I got to be free for a little bit. Gives me the rundown. So I'm like, bro, if you calling me because you want an accomplice, most of the time people call you, they want an accomplice. They want you to champion the thought that they have so they could go at least, well, he thought I should do it too.
He's not alone in this. Yeah.
So I go, bro, if you calling me because you want me to be your accomplice, you sound like you already got your mind made up. You already sound like you know what you want to do. Now it's just to have the conversation. She said to a group of friends when they were out one night, I know something's up. I'm just waiting for him to tell me. So I said, yo, she already know.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know. So you got to have that conversation. That was Wednesday. Today I'm sitting here, we waiting. I'm like, let me hit my brother, make sure he's good. Yo, did y'all have the conversation, bro? How'd it go? If you didn't have the conversation, why not? Because you already said you knew you wanted to talk, and she already said she knew she was waiting for you to talk.
Mm-hmm.
He sends me a text and says, yeah, we talked. Now she won't answer my calls. And then he forwarded me the text message that he sent to her to break up with her. Which immediately made me call this nigga. I said, yo, son, we 50. We 50, son. You broke up by text?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you better than that. Of course she won't respond to your texts
Yeah.
or your calls. You know why? It ain't that she offended that you broke up with her. She's offended that she thought you was man enough to have this conversation face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong for thinking that? Would
No.
you break up by text? Would you break up via text?
No.
Under what scenario would you say, I'll just do it through text?
I would never break up with anybody by text. But,
Just based on the history that y'all had, that you cared for each other to this level to be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, not when it's that.
You
deep.
should have that much care and concern and consideration for a person to be like, I gotta say this face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that calls for a conversation, 100%.
Especially when you're life locked. Y'all sharing life. I don't know if they live together or not.
No, they don't live together,
Nah,
but
they just sound like they've just in a
Her-
serious
her
relationship.
kid is
Serious
friends with
relationship.
his kid. They
Mhm.
buddy.
Yeah, they
trapped.
sharing life.
We went on vacation before. We all went on vacation.
So
Okay.
what was his purpose of doing it via text? What was his explanation?
Okay, so when we talked Wednesday, he said, which I shot down immediately, like, bro, that shit ain't gonna fly with me. Yo, man, I'm an only child, man. I never been confrontational like that. Nah, nigga.
A text conversation. That's
Nah.
Well,
that's conversation.
No, but that's what you have to understand about people.
I said, you've had girlfriends before? Yeah. You've broken up with them before? All right, so this ain't nothing new, bro. What are you doing? I don't like to hurt people. I get all that. That not wanting to hurt people. But so you're gonna stay in it and you're gonna be unhappy because you don't want to hurt her feelings? So who wins? She's unhappy because you're not genuine in the relationship. You're unhappy because you're somewhere you don't want to be. So, bro, what are you talking about? You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Obviously, your feelings is hurt enough to where you can no longer sustain the relationship.
You don't want it, right?
So it's like a text message is not gonna make that any better. I don't think. That's not the way you communicate. Now, like you were saying earlier, it's like you're an adult, but sometimes
the age and the don't matter.
It don't matter
because people are who they are.
But it should matter now that you're an adult.
No, it should. But we see every day that people don't have their age, and them being an adult don't mean that they know how to handle things in a proper manner.
True.
So he doesn't know how to have confrontation, or he's afraid that he don't know how to communicate that and think is going to lead into a confrontation. A communication don't have to lead into the confrontation. His problem is he talks to her. He's going to be able to see some of the issues he's facing and he's having, and he's not ready to see that. So instead of him having that conversation with her, because she knows him more than probably anybody.
What do you mean he's not going to? he doesn't want to have any accountability.
He don't want to have that's one of the main things. He don't want to have the accountability to be like, oh damn, well, okay, I didn't see it that way, or whatever the case may be. It's a big move, man, to when you have to have that confrontation, especially with someone that you were involved with that in that manner, man. To
emotional investment.
But it's a coward move. You should never break up with nobody.
It's very cowardly.
Via text
It's very
message.
cowardly.
It's a coward move.
And I love you, boy, but that was very cowardly. If I had to term it something, I would term it cowardly.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. You got to tell your people. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man. So you told them the right thing. Like, yo, man.
You know what else it is? Sometimes nobody wants to be the bad guy.
That part too. I had that. I've suffered from that a lot of times.
Yeah.
I've gotten out of that the more older I became, but I had to be self-conscious about that. I struggled with that for a long time.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of what you're saying.
Okay.
But if you stay in a relationship that you're not happy in because you don't want to be the bad guy, now you're being the bad guy to yourself.
Yeah.
See, that's where I was going with it. It's like, all right, are you willing to be so good, like, the honorable thing to do, but no, you are dishonoring yourself, and it's a disservice to yourself.
You're gonna be
now
you
lying to yourself.
You're gonna be a villain in somebody's story. That's what they always say. You're gonna be a villain in somebody's story.
Yeah.
Now sometimes it's justified. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
I'm a fucking villain. I'm a fucking asshole.
Hey man,
self-centered fucking.
Can I say this?
Bastard right now.
Can I say this?
Well, why? So why? What is it?
That's the group of people that are being told one side of a story.
Well,
no. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, lean into being the villain. It really isn't that bad.
No, but you got to be the villain to the
nigga. It is not.
But here's the thing:
Fox the bad guy, y'all.
When you the villain,
Fox say hello to the bad guy.
But you can't. But you got to be the villain to the people who deserve to be the villain too. You can't villainize the people who don't deserve to be the villain too.
That's
the thing that happens.
I meant people outside looking at me. Like they go, "Oh, he's fucked up." Like, word, what'd you hear?
Yeah, right.
You ain't hear shit.
Yeah, because there's always
heard one side. Is that what you said?
There's always other sides. So you always going to be that villain, man. I was the villain for a long time. When I separated from my son's mother, when I broke up with her, I did that. I was unhappy. I stayed in it longer than what I should have because I wanted it to work. When I got to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore, I knew I was going to be the bad guy. I knew I was going to be that for a good period of time. From the people that was close to her. I just had to deal with it. Because I knew they knew the truth. You know what I mean? And I knew eventually that, that perception was going to change. But I couldn't worry about it. I was just like, yo, man, it's about me right now.
It was one of those situations where socially you're gonna see these people like you said.
No, because we didn't really have the same social circle like that. We had a few, but I'm talking family. I was very close with her family.
Oh, okay. That's
I was very
even
close
worse.
to her
it's
family.
Like you don't want to be.
Yeah,
I gotta see them,
and
look like
it was one of those things where the family didn't want to. They knew I was a good guy, but that's her family.
So they
didn't, so they didn't want to be in the middle or be put in that situation. Now I got some of the phone calls from some of the cousins, like, yo, we know some of the female cousins, we know, but so, and her mom, rest in peace, Miss Crawley, would call me all the time, so she knew, but it was some people that still. Participated in the other, whatever until now.
People are gonna take sides.
Yeah, man, I can't give you that, bro. I cannot let that one slide. I love you to death. You my brother forever.
Told him right,
bro. That was not the way to go about it. And I don't want to say the young lady's name, but if you watch the podcast, I'm sorry that it went down like that.
Hopefully they'll work it back out. Hopefully they'll work it out.
And that's another reason why if you get together.
Somebody can figure it out.
There might be a solution. There might be a resolution. I was feeling this way. Just when things go unsaid, and you never say them, and then you get together and it's like, you know what? Let's give this another try. And then now you're more conscious. And
plus, when you don't have a conversation face to face, when you don't talk and give both sides, like allow her to give her retort and her rebuttal, then assumptions come into play because there was never a clear conversation.
And things always
there was never a
lost.
direct conversation. And everything, assumptions is a motherfucker. Assumptions is a motherfucker. I thought you.
But
you seem like you.
Yeah. In a
It
text
felt like
message
you.
too. Yeah, it gets lost in translation, and then the assumption is gonna make it all.
Yeah, I don't. No, you said text too. I'm going forward. I'm like, yo, we only texting for ingredients and directions.
Yeah.
He said,
My next chick, nigga, we only texting for ingredients. When I go, babe, how do you make that fucking sauce? Da 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 da. I sent you the text.
the sauce.
Or if I go, yo, where do I go when I get off at fucking whatever exit? Left, right, go past it. Da, da, da. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Everything else is a fucking conversation via telephone or face to face.
Right.
I agree. It should be.
I swear on Brooklyn, New York,
Just
my next chick, ingredients and directions will be the only text.
and
And
airport.
since I have GPS,
Mhm.
I probably only need for ingredients. And that bitch gonna pick me up from the airport.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. She gonna be standing right
He
there.
said that bitch.
She gonna be standing there next to the fucking limousine guys. It's gonna be limousine niggas with their signs and my girl like
Mhm.
every flight
with a hamburger.
with a cheeseburger, nigga. With a cheeseburger.
Are you hungry?
Yo, you love me? Bring me a cheeseburger to the airport when you pick me up. Oh, that'd be so dope.
Damn, man.
That'd be so dope.
Yeah, text breakups, that's messed up.
Okay, so I had to address that. That was breaking news. I literally got that phone call out of the way before we started taping. So now, welcome to the green room. Fox, what are you addressing in this episode?
Let's start out with the Druski skit. Druski, he is doing what he does, doing parodies, satire. He dressed up as a conservative woman in America that just happened to resemble Erica Kirk.
Oh, it wasn't Erica Kirk?
It was, but they didn't put the name.
He didn't say the name.
Oh, we
he
all
just
knew.
dress up, he did the makeup because, Druski go all the way. He go all in on the makeup and look alike and all that stuff. And he did a parody of what he wanted to express about conservative women in America. And it just happened. She resembled and said some statements similar to Erica Kirk, and he got backlash for it. And they're asking him to take the video down. And he's like, nah, it's comedy, it's comedy in this. So what I didn't like about it.
What you didn't like about the video?
What I didn't like about the backlash
Mhm.
is people were comparing what he did with the costuming.
Mhm.
They called it whiteface, and they said if they did blackface, then it would be a problem. Yes, it would be a problem because it is blackface. That is a problem. You're being offensive. That is not coming from a place of love. You're not doing a character of, you're not paying homage to nobody.
Well, Druski wasn't paying homage.
Okay, but he was being,
And he wasn't coming from a place of love.
It's a double standard,
It
definitely.
wasn't from a place of love and it wasn't
but let me say this. That's not whiteface. To me, that's not whiteface. You are doing a parody. You are doing comedy.
You're
trying
saying
to
it
make
was no different than a skit on SNL.
No different than a skit on SNL. But you cannot compare that to blackface.
Well, all blackfaces, correct me if I'm wrong, is white people putting black makeup on and pretending to be black. Am I right?
You are partially right.
Now, look. What? Now we all know what it meant back then, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. We know the negative, attachments towards blackface back then when it was used in a derogatory manner. But let's fast forward it. Let's fast forward now, right? If Jim Carrey was to do a blackface character or a character playing a black person, Robert Downey Jr. played a black person in Tropical Thunder. It's not the same at this point in time right now. Do you agree or do you not agree?
Disagree. Robert Downey Jr. played his character was a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Blackface, if you know what blackface looks like, it is the accentuation of blackface.
Yeah.
The lips are this big, the eyes are this big. It's fucking dirty clothes and ruffled up. That's not what Robert Downey Jr. did. Robert Downey Jr. was a black dude. Like, he played
a black character.
So the offensiveness of blackface is that that you played it up and made it look like a jigaboo. That's where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
It plays
Right.
up a stereotype, and if you don't know, look up the history of blackface, and I'll sum it up. Back when they were doing films in Hollywood, they wouldn't let
A black actor
they wouldn't
Right.
get the role. So they said, we need a black actor. No, we're not going to have them niggas on the set. Put this black charcoal on your face and make it so that's obvious that it's a black character.
But the double so we got that established.
Yeah.
We all know that. We knew that.
Mhm.
So, but in the 2026 version, right? And
Okay.
and you and how you just said
Mhm.
you made an excuse for Druski. Saying that he was just doing a skit or whatever. We can't not be mad. If we're going to be mad at one version, we got to be mad at both sides. Like, I think that's a double standard with what you just said. Like, oh, well, because like I said, it wasn't
Mhm.
he didn't come with benevolent open arms towards the situation. He did it to prove a point. He did it to stereotype how white conservative women are, particularly Erica Kirk, right? So it wasn't a nice gesture. You know what I mean? Now, true, Druski imitates everybody. Black people, Israelites, Hebrews, everybody.
Preachers, black preachers.
But, where do we draw the line?
We draw.
Okay, wait. That's interesting. So you said we can't be mad at the blackface and not be mad at the Erica Kirk.
No,
It's how can I'm asking?
Okay, no, wait.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if we can't be mad at that and not be mad at this, right? We got to be mad at both if we're gonna be mad at one.
I don't agree with that.
No, I'm actually. I'm actually.
Well, yeah,
If we're gonna be mad at one, we got to be mad at the other.
That's what you're saying.
If it's not in the derogatory manner now, because like I said, we're not talking about the old.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wait. So now on SNL,
Mm-hmm.
somebody does a Trump parody.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be mad at that.
We shouldn't be.
We shouldn't be mad at that.
We shouldn't be mad. Period.
Okay, so you're saying we shouldn't be mad at
We
white
shouldn't
guys
be
doing
mad.
blackface.
Period.
We shouldn't be mad at blackface.
We shouldn't be mad now if a white character did a sketch like Druski and dressed up as a black person and
Okay.
did a black version of
Okay,
what
okay, I
we
got it.
if we're not gonna be mad. My point is, if we're not gonna be mad at Druski for doing what he did as a black person, then we can't be mad at a white character or a white person portraying somebody black.
Okay.
Who you get what I'm saying? If Jim Carrey came or who does parody as well? Jamie Kennedy, because Jamie Kennedy said, "Well, I'm about to start doing my whatever, my characters, whatever." If Jamie Kennedy came and dressed up as a black Hebrew
That's gonna happen
Israelite,
next. That's what's gonna happen next. Is one of these white guys that aren't very funny and not selling a lot of tickets. They're gonna do a skit like I guarantee you,
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy's gonna pull that shit.
Well, here's
Right.
the difference.
Jamie Kennedy's gonna be Snoop Dogg or some shit like
Right.
some rapper.
so
The-
are you going to be outraged with that? That's my question.
Well, first, yes, because I will make my own assessment of what he's doing and why, and I would have to be the one in my mind to say, you know what, I think he's doing a good job of doing Snoop Doggy Dogg. But he's talking about Snoop. Now, is he just using this as an opportunity? Man, I want to be able to talk about these niggas, and I've always wanted to do it and make. And if that element is in there, then I'm like,
but did
man,
you do that for Druski?
No, because I don't see that as the same. I don't see that as the same. I see what he did with the Erica Kirk type archetype, whatever. He was making parody of that. That is the same thing, or along the same lines as when what's my man's name? Billy Crystal did Sammy Davis Jr. Now he was paying homage to him. He wasn't making fun of him as a person, as a character, but he was. This
Did he dress up as a black?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Well, see, that is such a fine line.
It-
It's
yes.
such a fine line.
That's
It is
my
a-
point.
it is a
Like,
very
It's
fine
such
line.
a fine line because in that particular case,
Mhm,
Billy Crystal, the white guy, the white Jewish guy,
mhm.
does an incredible impersonation of Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
right? So
right.
now we on SNL,
Mhm.
and they all sitting there like, "Yo, he does such a good Sammy Davis Jr."
Mhm.
The only way this is gonna fucking work is if we make you look like Sammy Davis Jr.
So they had to,
So they had to.
and they made him. He had a lip.
So you wasn't upset with that.
I was not upset with that.
So it got to
Because
be. It got to be good for you not to be. Because
It's got to be good,
Mhm.
and B, they can't have that element of you making fun of us. We know when we make
I get that.
Yeah, if that is there, then I'm be like, okay, you jiving, man. We see why you doing this.
So did Charlie Kirk make? So do you feel like Druski made fun of Erica Kirk?
I think she was in the crosshairs of that. I don't think what he did was whiteface. I think what he did was parody. And if you try to line that up with some, chocolate cork, black cork covered impression of college kids, I'm black. That's not the same thing.
Do you think Druski was making fun of Erica Kurt?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. We had a little conversation about it before the show started. Okay, I didn't see it. For the sake of this conversation, I'm going to say that Druski falls under the same category as us as a stand-up comic. I don't know that he is. I don't think that he is.
Yeah.
But according to stand-up comic guidelines,
now,
right? According to stand-up comedy guidelines, everybody could get it. Everybody could get it.
Everybody could get it.
Everybody.
According to the guidelines of what I do, I don't know that he does the same thing, but everybody could get it. I told Fox earlier, there's no such thing as going too far as far as stand-up is concerned. There is too soon, but there's not too far. You don't do 9/11 jokes on 9/12.
Right.
All right? But now, all these years later, I know a bunch of comics that got hilarious 9/11 jokes.
Right.
So if he's a comic, anybody could get it.
Black or white.
Black or white.
Anybody can get it.
If you can...
I agree.
Listen, if it's funny... Okay, so I got it, since it's such a fine line. If it's funny, if it's not malicious, well, it could be malicious. If it's funny, if it doesn't cross any lines, somebody
you said not too far.
Somebody died, and you make it fun. Like
okay. Now you're crossing the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's funny, if it's creative, there's a point to it. It's like, oh, I see, he did that to bring attention to this. Anybody could get it.
Well, I agree with that, but the fact that the racial element, they're bringing that into it now. It's always going
to be a racial element if a black guy does something
true. So
to spoof a white person,
and vice versa.
It's always going to be a racial element if a white guy does anything to his skin to make it look melanated.
Yeah. So
right.
So
Billy Crystal, again, back to Billy Crystal, was such a great Sammy Davis Jr. impersonator that the only way to sell it was, we got to put you in the suit and the hair and
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I look at, like you said, I'm like, oh, that's different. Now, how I could explain it to a white person how that's different, it would be such a slippery slope. Like, no, because he's doing the actual character and he can actually sing the songs and he's not doing a bigger lip and a bigger head.
Right.
He looks like the character.
They're making him look like
he is doing an impersonation of the character, of the person, not the character, the person.
Yeah. I mean, and he's not doing that. Excuse me. Druski, at least what I saw, was a parody of a type of person. He wasn't making fun of white folks. We don't need to dress up.
Well, he did the trailer park white guy.
Okay, I'm talking about
full body white.
Okay,
full body white.
That is a certain. Okay, I saw that one, but that is a certain type of human or American in this culture. I saw that, but I get it. He just happens to be a white guy, redneck.
So you're
a big fan.
Whose grandfather?
Druski's grandfather.
Man, everybody grandfather white.
My great grandmother half white.
Everybody grandfather white.
Yeah, my great grandmother was half white. Yeah, that I knew.
But
she died when I was 9.
I think there's some nuance there. But when you start doing it just to give yourself cover to disparage us, then I have something to say about it.
So would you watch
double standards? Bring it on.
So would you watch the movie White Chicks if that ever came true with Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey? Black Chicks. Would you watch that movie, or would you feel like that?
Oh, they talking about doing that?
No, but it's a fake poster they have on the internet all the time. But if that movie was to ever get made, Black Chicks, Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell.
Oh boy, niggas would be so offended.
I would,
because you got to play it up.
Yeah,
you gotta play it up, just like how they played up the white girls.
Okay, that's different. Okay, does anybody disagree? That's different?
No, not
different. Like what?
Okay,
what's different? What do you mean is different? What's different?
Okay, you said white chicks,
Black Chicks,
Will Ferrell and whoever else.
Black Chicks with Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey. See if they played that. If
they better do what Robert Downey Jr. did with the character. They better do that. They better attempt. They better get close to that.
Fox, you know that ain't true because if they do a movie called Black Chicks, they have to over accentuate the
To
black
make the
girl.
movie
Okay,
funny.
then
Yeah. They got a
and if they do-
stereotype.
They're gonna mess
They
it up.
gotta do this. They gotta pat the
Yeah.
head.
Can I say they're gonna mess it up? They will mess it up. They don't. First of all, why are you doing that? They're doing that to try to answer. You're trying to answer. Well, if you could have white chicks, we could have black chicks and have our. That's not.
Yo, you work in this industry,
Yeah,
bro. You know that,
I don't understand. That's my part. That's getting
parody.
me.
It's parody.
Okay, it is parody, but you want to use this parody as cover so you have an answer.
So why did you have that smoke for the Wayans brothers for doing white? That's all I've been trying to get out of you this whole time. It don't make sense.
All right, we're gonna bring our guest in as late as he is.
Yo,
and this motherfucker know what time we start because this is 4th time here, so he knows what time we start. Come on,
last time.
I gotta be honest.
Come on.
No, this is real.
Listen,
This is real nothing.
Real late. No, listen. I gotta be honest on this one. You can ask the young lady there. I was downstairs at the end of the step watching. She asked the other lady on the other side. There was a lady in there. I've been here. I was in my car. I thought it was 7:00.
Yeah, you have a witness?
Yeah, I got not you.
We will not accept white women as
I'm not
witnesses.
talking about you.
We will not accept white women as witnesses. We will not accept white women as witnesses.
No, I feel terrible because I was outside in my car and then I sat down at the bottom of the steps. I was on the phone. I can even show you. And I was like, okay, 7:00. So I went to the bathroom. That's why I got here at 7. And I'm like, I said, what time it start? He said 6:30. I said, oh no. So
it's been 6:30.
I want to
scroll back on your text messages.
No, I can show you, man.
6:30 is in there.
No, I apologize.
No, man, you good.
No,
now you here,
man.
man.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man.
My man.
No, because I appreciate y'all letting me be on.
All right, let's jump into it. What you here promoting this time? What you got going on? Come on.
We can talk about something else first.
No, we got topics, but we'll jump in. We don't want to make sure I get this out first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
Make sure we cover this first.
First of all, before I say anything real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I had thought about this. This is why I'm mad I'm late. I wanted to say it in the beginning of the show.
Okay.
I wanted to give you your flowers, man.
Oh,
Because Tony, what some of you guys don't know is Tony's always been cool with me for years.
Yes, sir.
Hold
on.
No,
Have we said this in any of the other 4 episodes? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what
You want to
I
give
had
me the
this already
flowers?
planned. I swear to God. And the reason I want to do, I said Tony's always been cool with me. Years ago when I had a film that I wrote, if you remember, I had talked to you about it, the one that got stolen.
Yes.
And he was interested in doing it. And then I did One Mic Stand with you.
Yes.
So I said before, I said I wanted to do this in the beginning of the set. I said, I want to give Tony his flowers before that because I knew you guys would let me come on and you always showed me love. So that's why I feel terrible that I'm late. You know what I mean?
And no flowers.
No, I gave him flowers. No, it's all good, man. Because you always been solid with me, though, for real. And this is not gaslighting. You know I'm not.
I know. And I know we always talk boxing, so I'll just give you this quick one right here. I went home to see Shakur and T.O.
Right.
Buddy McGirt was coaching like a couple of the opening fights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, big Buddy McGirt fan. Talked to him the whole Quake sweating for like hours.
Right.
So I'm sitting behind him after round 3. I'm like, yeah, buddy. After like round 5, yeah, buddy. Then he turns around like he see me like, oh shit, yo, give me a second, bro, I'm working. I'm like, okay, cool. So when the fight's over, he comes walks over like, who you got in the main event? I said, yo, Shakur gonna dismember that motherfucker. He was like, absolutely. And took off.
Buddy's the guy, and he's in my doc. First
that's
of all,
why I said that.
Yeah. So real quick, I have a show that's coming out. We pushed it back. It was supposed to come out tomorrow, but I pushed it back. But it's called Barbershop Larry.
Okay.
It's produced by Trent Combs and Kyle Bentley Evans.
Okay.
Executive
Bentley Kyle Evans.
Bentley Kyle Evans.
Okay.
Yes. I said Kyle Bentley Evans.
Nigga,
Bentley Kyle.
Evans.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
It had to be one that he knew his name, right?
Tell us about Barbershop Larry. Tell us what Barbershop Larry is about.
It's a show about a guy who comes out to LA, opens up a barbershop. I'm from Philly, so we got that element in there. We kind of did a little Will Smith thing, but not the way that Will went about it. And so it's I got a barbershop in South Central. And it takes place right now in my barbershop and in my office. So there's 2 locations.
Okay.
And man, there's really some good writing. And your boy here, Trey Elliot, I called him and helped him. He didn't need an audition. He was good for it, but I recommended him for a role, and he did the role.
Okay.
And did a very good role.
Thank you,
Did
brother.
a very good part in it. And that's something I wanted to bring it up here, not so much about the show itself, but I wanted to talk about, kind of pick off what we had talked about before, about the industry. And it really made me, and I told Trey this and other people, I really wanted to show that if you are the lead of the show, you got more power than what you try to tell people you don't. And what I mean by that is you can recommend people. They may not hire them. But you can recommend people.
Right.
Because Trey would tell you, I recommended 5 people and they all got decent roles on the show. Right.
Yeah,
and you were in 2 of them. So it's a really good show.
What's the give me the
So the premise is
storyline?
like I'm the OG of the shop. Shantae Waynes, she plays Sammy, and then Chaz Rogers plays Marcus. So those are the two.
Chaz Rogers, what?
He was on
a writer
in
the cut.
Yeah, he's worked in the cut.
Okay,
He's a writer. He's
okay.
done a number of shows with them.
Okay.
And he plays the other barber, and it's kind of like I'm the OG, and I brought them in, and then they kind of have their riff, but I'm kind of the centerpiece of it, and then I'm old school, so I don't understand a lot of their dialogue sometimes and things like that. But it's really funny, man. And out of the 10 episodes, they allowed me to write 2 of them.
Okay.
So I'm getting writer's credit for it as well.
All right.
Yeah. So it's really it's a good show. It's going right now. It's going to be featured on Black Vision Television, which is a platform that Kyle and them. It was in the press release, the rap. A new streaming platform. But their goal is to also have it, try to get it syndicated, which they did with the shows when they did it with Bounce, if you remember. So that's kind of the initiative of the show, you know what I mean? And it's really, you know what I like about it, Tone? It's not buffoonish, it's not ghetto.
Okay.
So we don't have none of that, hey man, how you doing? None of that. It's like a real barbershop. Like you coming in, people got issues, and like Esau played it's in a real funny episode. He plays my boy from Philly who came out and needed help and then winds up throwing a party at my shop. Okay. You know what I mean? And it's like really like funny. So it's something that I think that everybody's gonna enjoy. There's no cursing in it. So it's something that you can watch.
So it's not a real barbershop? Okay.
No. Well, yeah. But you can watch it with your son. You know what I mean? So and I was surprised the other day. I went up there to the set. Dwayne Martin was shooting his pilot. And
I'm in that.
I saw that. Congrats. In the barbershop of all places, too. And when they was up there, one of the little kids of the producer was there. I said, hey, how you doing, little man? What's going on? And his sister, I said, you know who I am? And she go, yeah, you're Barbershop Larry. And it really made, I was like, oh, snap. So it's really a good show, man.
All right, so the log line is the show is the guy moves out from Philly, opens the barbershop. Are you move out just because you want to act?
So
or you move out because you want to
No, so what it
movies,
is.
or you coming trying to get your wife back? Like what's the
That's a great question. I meet my wife in Philly. I meet this lady in Philly, and I'm like, hey, I want to be with her. So we wrote it this way because one of my partners from Philly that is in the industry out here, he said, Dannon, you have to try to find a way to tie the East Coast to this show, so people will know that you're from you're an actor that's from Philly. Because Philadelphia, East Coast, New York, anywhere they support.
Yes.
So I said, yeah, you're right. So what we wrote it. I wrote that episode, and I wrote it in a way where I was in Philly. I meet my wife, and I go, hey, I'm digging her, and she goes, well, if you want to be with me, you got to move to L.A.
Okay.
So his joke, Chaz joked to me and says, why did you move out from Philly? Did your mom have a problem with you? And your aunt have, all that type of the Will Smith stuff. And I go, nah, man, my wife is out here. So he goes, oh, so love got you out here. And I go, nope. But that 85-degree weather in December sure didn't help. You know what I mean? So that's the joke thing behind it. So that's how I got.
So you're married in the show?
Yeah, but they haven't introduced my wife yet. Okay. So none of the episodes they talk about me having a wife, right? But they haven't introduced it yet. So hopefully we get a second season. No kids. Okay. Yeah, no kids. But I do have a wife though. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
You know who it is?
No, we haven't picked her yet.
You're gonna recommend somebody?
Yeah. Thank you, Tony. That's the type of pool I have, man.
You're gonna be on Fairfax, like, hey, girl, can you act?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get the little casting cap. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, I ain't playing that game. But no, we haven't. Chaz has somebody in mind, and then I'm obviously going to try to, but I think it's good, man.
Okay, we can watch it where? What time?
It's going to be on blackvisiontelevision.net.
Okay.
It was supposed to come out the 1st of April, but it got pushed back because they're doing more advertising. And we shot, out of the 10 episodes, we shot 6 already. Okay. So we got 4 more to shoot, and I think America's going to, it's, right now, if you really look at it, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, there ain't but so many sitcoms out there with black leads.
You can say that every year. What do you mean I can't believe I'm saying this?
Well, no,
you can say that from 85 to 2010.
No, I can't believe I'm saying it about myself.
Okay.
Which means I never thought I would be in a position in this industry where
I want to say something like that. Why would you say something like that?
You know why, Tone? I'm not, and this is not trying to, I always felt, look, I know I got talent. Okay, I'm just going to stop.
You going to go?
I got talent, and I felt like in this industry, I've somewhat been, I won't say be held back, but I haven't had the opportunities that I've seen other people get. And I've been in those same rooms with those dudes and on stage with them and handle my business on stage with dudes. So I think about a year ago, man, I just finally, something clicked in me and it was like, you know what, man, you just as good as these dudes. You good as anybody. You've been doing it. Why haven't you had the shot? Whatever. And then when they came and got me, I didn't audition. They saw me at Kenny Wack's movie premiere. And they was like, Dan, we may have something for you. And he had said it before, and Trent would tell you. So I said, nah, yeah, don't say that. Like literally, he's on to that point. I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. And he's like, nah, for real. They called me 2 days later, asked me to meet him at the studio. We read the script. I still didn't know what was going on. And then he goes, I said, well, Trent, I put him aside. What's happening here? He said, well, man, I wrote this show, came up with the show. My dad used to own a barbershop. I came up with this idea, and you're gonna play Larry. And I was like, Dad. And then that was it, And I've been, like, well, I saw one episode, and then I asked some other people that saw it, and it's like, yo, it's really good. But it's not even a sad story and nothing like that. I'm just saying, certain people, are going to get that shot. And then you see certain people that deserve the shot that aren't getting the shot.
Right.
And I've been one of them dudes, every role I've ever done, from being on, Everybody Hates Chris, to doing it with Kevin Hart and them, my roles have always stuck out. You know what I mean? But never, it's like the movie Perfect Storm. You get to the top of the tidal wave, the minute you think you're going to get the sun, the boat flips over. So this is like one of the few times, the first time, that I think this could be the shot, because you don't remember, but I shot the pilot of Everybody Hates Chris. Like I was on set with your brother, with everybody that day, and I never forget it. When I walked into the makeup trailer, Terry Crews saw me. He was like, oh no, Terry had been through a couple of my shows. Yeah. And he's like, oh, this dude. He just kept telling all the girls, this dude, oh my God, he hyped me up. Like, man, I was
took
like,
his shirt off. Yeah. Fireworks coming up.
No makeup needed, ladies, and it was like, he was like, yo, man, you're gonna be great for the show, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, and then your brother cut the part, and then I was damn.
Hey,
that's when my friendship started.
My brother has to answer to the network and the studio.
Yeah.
He has to answer to the white folks.
Yeah.
He'll just come in and cut shit.
Yeah. And you know what? The funny thing about that? It's the first time that I had been in LA I ever got depressed. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I slept on my couch for a week. Damn. And I saw your brother at this true story. I saw Chris walking into the Laugh Factory. So I stopped him. I said, Chris. He said, yo, Chris, man. Because, your brother's so laid back, though, you know. And Chris, he said, what's up, Dan? I said, man, y'all cut the character. Because Dan Dugan, who was the producer, he called me. He said, look, Dan, I got good news and bad news. But I already had known one of my boys saw the pilot. Okay. I said, well, just tell me the good news. He said, and all we was worried about was whether the show was going to get picked up. Okay. I wasn't even thinking about the character. He said, the good news is the show got picked up. I said, what's the bad news? He said, they had to cut your character. I was like, yeah, thank you. So I slept on the couch for a week. I saw your brother, and I said, Chris, what happened? And Chris was like, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't never been to Hollywood on some nonchalant, he said, we wrote it, it was a little long, and it just didn't work. And walked in the Laugh Factory, man. I was like, I just stood there, man.
I thought you were gonna do Chris's voice in a Dannon's accent. It just didn't work out.
No. I'm not gonna do that.
It could be worse. You could have been at a movie premiere for a movie that you were in, and be told on the red carpet that your scene got cut.
Oh, that happened.
That happened to me.
You know what movie it was for me?
What?
Nappily Ever After with Shania Latham. It was the movie. Remember when she shaved her head because she was.
That was Sinai and
it was a big.
Not Michael Ealy. Who was her love interest in that?
It was a big movie with Netflix.
Okay.
The director, Kim Coleman, calls me. She goes, Dannon, we got a part for you.
Casting director.
Yeah, casting director. Yeah. Kim Coleman, I apologize. And she goes, we got a role for you. They shot the bulk of the film in Atlanta. And then she goes, hey, they got a role for you. Want you to play this, be yourself. You're going to play a janitor. Okay. I had 2 great scenes, right, Tone? Yeah. Where I was like, walking in there and I see her and I go, hey, what's up, girl? Like, and they allowed me to ad-lib too. Yeah. And I'll go like, hey, you looking good today? Yeah, you looking good, girl. You better keep it up. Then my next scene was she came by with her hair shaved, but she still was looking good. I said, girl, you look so good. If you was running for president, I'd vote for you twice. So the set was loving it. Everybody was like, I'm not scared to say it. They had a female feminist director. I to this day, I can't stand her because on the set, she was like, make her look powerful. And I'm like, y'all brought me in to be funny. And even the black producer, female producer, came to me in the waiting area and said, I apologize.
Hafai Al-Mansour.
Yeah, she said.
Saudi Arabian film director.
Yes. She goes, make her look powerful, blah, blah, blah. I said, they made
Wait, they want you to say something to her to make her look powerful? That was
yeah, like I was saying, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then the black producer came to me, the female producer came to me and said, she can be a little overbearing. So I'm like, damn. I get my tickets to the premiere. Everybody's there. It's at the Harmony Gold Theater right there on Sunset Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and everybody see me, like, yo, you in here? Yeah. I mean, I had like, you know, the VIP, red carpet, everything. Man, people was coming up to me and I'm like, this is it. Mm-hmm. I got 2 scenes and Shania she been hot, but you know, it was like her film.
You were there with her.
And I'm there and I'm sitting there and I know when my scene is coming and I'm like, shit, you know, I stood up.
Oh, so they didn't tell you beforehand?
No.
Okay.
Oh. Yo, you got lucky at least.
You know what I mean? Fucking luck. I'm standing on the red carpet.
On the red carpet.
I'm standing on the red carpet.
You knew, hey.
Tony Rock, this way. Yeah. Oh shit, yo, your scene got cut. Your scenes got cut. What? Oh shit, they seating.
Well, but at least you
had
a
chance.
And
I flew my boys out from Brooklyn, who never been to LA.
Okay, that's a little tougher. I had that.
All my hood niggas like, yeah, son, we in here, son. We about to eat.
Hey, Tone.
And the credits start rolling. They're like,
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Nigga, did I miss you, nigga?
Yeah. What happened with me was, I saw the scene coming, and I'm like, yeah. And then you see me. See, the way it is, you see me, but they cut it so that I'm almost a principal extra. On both scenes.
A principal extra.
Yeah, because and so people will call me like that saw the movie later, like, yo, it looked like you was about to say something. I said, yeah, nigga, I did say something.
Oh, wait, so you were still on the screen?
I was still on screen.
They cut your line.
Worse.
So
they cut my shit. I'm not in the movie. I'm not walking past. I'm not leaving. I'm out.
That's worse, yeah. Well, yeah, I can't get an argument with that.
They said, oh shit, there's Dannon.
Yeah.
Me, they was like,
but let me tell you what happened, man.
Camera time.
Man, yeah, that's all it was. Let me tell you something. I was so hurt and I was so mad. I was
slept on the couch for a week.
No.
Another week.
You know how the Harmony Gold Theater is. They got all of that parking, valet parking. I waited. It was about 400 people in that theater. I waited till the last 3 people got their car. I was just sitting on the step. And I had the ticket to go to the the rap party, the VIP party that was down on Hollywood. Nigga, I took that right and went right over Laura Kane. I said, because if I go to this party, I'm gonna get banned from Hollywood.
Let me tell you
something. Because I was so mad, man. I was gonna get her ass.
Let me tell you something. Just from those 2 stories you told, I want to impart some wisdom, if I may.
You can.
You know, everybody that acts and does anything in this industry, this is for you too and you too. Son, you can't let this industry get to you that hard. You can't let this shit fuck you up that hard that you sleep on the couch for a week or you sit outside.
This is 2007 though, Tom.
Bro, shit don't happen.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's another day.
No, you're right. No, and now
the sun rises every day. That's God saying, I'm giving you another shot.
That's props.
You can't let none of this shit get you so fucked up that you out of commission for a week.
Yeah.
I've booked pilots, audition, beat out 50 motherfuckers, got the part, get their day to shoot, and they go, yo, we changed the character. It's not you no more. And I go get in my car and drive home and go, all right, going to the factory tonight.
Right. Well,
you got to be unstoppable, bro. You got to be unstoppable.
At that time, I wasn't unstoppable.
You got to be.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Because one thing I have never done though, and this is something that I take pride in. I've never ever blamed Hollywood for my success or failures. Like I never do that because I tell people, Hollywood didn't come to the Ohio State University, knock on my door and go, okay, after you get your master's degree, do you want to come to LA and go up and down and struggle for 20 to 30 years? That was a decision I made. So you never ever hear me blast Hollywood or talk about people. But that situation was tough because when you, like, I counted the money on Everybody Hates Chris.
Nah, you can't do that.
I already had moved.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
No, you can't. I had moved already. Yeah. I had a car already. You know what I mean? And and the thing about it, before I didn't get depressed. The TV show That's So Raven, I was up for that show. Yeah. But I only made it to network. I made it to network. It was me, Rondell Sheridan, and Johnson.
You should have knew you wasn't beating Rondell Sheridan.
No, here's the thing.
That motherfucker walk in, got it.
So here's the problem. He wasn't there. It was just me and my boy Johnson was there. So we're battling back and forth. You know how when you go to network, you go in all day because they're switching you up with different characters all day and you're going in front of the network. So about 2 hours in, and here's the deal with that. They give you your contract. You sign your contract when you go to network.
Right,
They make you sign it before you get the part. Because if you got the part, then you can go, hey, I want to negotiate.
Right. So I saw how much I was going to be making.
This much before you go in.
Yeah, I was going to be making close to $8G a week. It was Disney. It was like 800. So me and Johnson, we cool. So we're like, man, well, if you don't get it, man, I hope, whatever. About an hour and a half in, 2 hours in, the door opens up. I didn't know who he was at first. And Rondo Sheridan walks in. And he just walks by us and walks in the back. I'm like, yo, who's that?
Yeah, they told that nigga get here when you feel like it.
So
they said,
I didn't get depressed with that one, but because what happened was the callback for the initial one was right around 9/11. It's the same day they canceled it when we supposed to have the callback. So it was so much going on in the country. You know what I mean? But I wasn't as depressed as I was with Everybody Hates Chris, though. That was wild.
Question. So you mentioned going to the network. Both of y'all been there, and you had to sign the contract before you go in. Is there, depending on what level you are, or the show, the production, or whatever, can you negotiate before you go in, or is it like this is what we're going to pay you? You got to agree to.
No, your agent is negotiating the whole time.
Yeah, that is negotiated already.
You go in, you audition, you get a call back.
Okay, all right.
You go in front of casting director and casting director's assistant. Next one is casting director assistant. One person from the network, maybe one person from the studio.
And then you go
Next
to another
callback
one.
Is casting director,
producers,
assistant, writer, producer.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
usually the third
whole
right,
time
one.
they talking to your agent.
Yeah.
Okay, so
saying,
by the time
he's
you
close to getting
it,
we considering him. What's his quote?
There
Your
you
quote
go.
is what you got, like your last two. Or
Either
three.
your day rate or your quote for a show.
Yeah, and I'm assuming if you get in a part, if you get
series regular.
Your quote is he gets this much per episode.
Right.
Then they start from there. They'll go, well, he hasn't been on anything in a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take it down 10,000. And then your agent's gonna go, no, we'll take it down 5, but he got to get a 15%.
He got to get a bump
raise at the second season. Right. The second season. So they'll be like, I bet we'll do all of that. They'll do like maybe 4 or 5 seasons. You get this much first season, this one second, third. It's already negotiated.
And they let you know that just in case
you
it does get
sign
picked
it.
up.
You got to sign it before you go in. If you go in, the last audition, you get the part.
Right.
You already got your fee.
Yeah,
you already got your bumps. For
don't have
the contract was about
taken care of.
And the contract was about
20 pages. 20 pages.
Like it covers them on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now I look back, and you're absolutely right. Now I look back, and I really can take it in stride now, man, because I understand it's going to be what I hate to say it, make it sound so
all that
smart.
shit.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
All that shit, not getting that shit. All of that trying to do this, set up a barbershop Larry.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. So
now it's about you.
Yeah. It really is, man. And for the first, it feels good to be able to go in there on the set, and you're not directing it, but you're able to, kind of right your input on how it should flow. You know what I'm saying? And even with Trey's character, I was like, Trey plays my nephew. Not my nephew, but one of my partners was like a young boy. And I'm like, he gives me my TV and all that. And just the way he played it. But I was able to say, yo, Trey, what you think about this way? And Trent's so cool. So we were able to work back and forth. Yeah. This way it all felt natural, man.
Here's a question. On that show, did you get a chance to come off the page a little bit?
We can come off the page, but what we try to do is see, and I think it's different when you do streaming service. I don't know, you can maybe answer this, than network. Because network writers, for some reason, they want you to be verbatim.
Yeah,
of course. Would you agree with that, Tom?
But see, I was lucky to have on 2 sitcoms that I worked on, 2 writers that were comics.
So they knew you.
So
they knew their vibe.
Look,
right.
Hey, Rock, we gonna say something like this. What would you say? I would say something like that. Yeah, keep that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I did independent films. I did an independent film that was dope. Damn, I wish I could remember homie name right now. I'm having him. Because he would go, yo, this week we shot in DC. I shot a movie in DC called Couples Night. Couples Night. It was the first movie that Obama signed for us to shoot in front of the White House.
Oh, okay.
The very first movie he signed to be shot in front of the White House, shoot a scene in front of the White House, was the movie we was in that we did called Couples Night. And the director would go, yo, I'm gonna shoot this. Give me this. What's on the paper? Because they need it. The writers are also say my line.
Right.
We're gonna shoot that. They got it. They good. All right, give me you. Give me one. Give me yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, we're able to do that, and I do it in a way where I've done it so far in the show in a way where I stay with what the script is, but only to add that little extra unk to it. I don't want to change everything they've written or I've written because it works within it. And I think the way the show is, you can make it, even though we know barbershops can be hood and all that, but to keep it realistic, you don't want to go too far. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I guess what I was asking was because how we improv on whatever word or the scene or whatever. Sometimes writers do that, but they'll have the idea and they have to tell you what to say. It's like, I got an idea in the moment because they'll see something and say, hey, do this. And they're telling you exactly what to do. Right. I was just wondering.
It happened one time. There's a scene where it's Esau's episode where he has this big party in the barbershop and there's a young lady, Kanisha, the comedian Kanisha. She plays Sister Gwen and a church girl, but I'm like, what is she doing at the party? So I'm mad because I didn't know that he was throwing a party. And I'm coming in, I'm cursing them all, yelling at them all. Sammy, who's Shantae's character, who told you could have a party here? He said, Marcus. I said, Marcus, who told you? And then he says, Esau character. I said, he lied to y'all. And then I go, y'all better clean this place up. I'm tired of this place. And I look to my right and I see Kanisha in the barbershop chair with her shoes off out like that. And then I just go, is that Sister Gwen? I killed the whole thing and it wasn't in the line. But it came off so funny. Then Trent came up to me, yo, keep that. You know what I mean? Like, so you're absolutely right.
All right, so tell them one more time where they can see it.
Hey, y'all,
April what?
Yeah, so right now, let's look at it the mid-April. We don't have a date. We don't have a date yet.
Okay.
Yeah. We
tentatively
were
April, mid-April.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be on blackvisiontelevision.net. If you look it up now, you'll see it. You'll see the trailer.
Can you stream it on is Black Vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can stream it. Yeah, it's an app, and you can stream it, or you can go to the streaming app on your television as well.
Okay.
So it's out right now. You can see the show's not out, but the app is out and the trailer's out. Okay. So remember I sent you the trailer.
Okay, man. Well, listen, you ain't leaving yet because we still got topics.
Okay, cool.
But I'm just want to say, yo, check that out, y'all. I've spoken to you a trillion times. I'm going through my memory bank of the times I've ran into you and had a conversation with you about very many things. Rarely are you this excited about anything. So I want to say congrats to you, bro. You deserve it, man. Don't let this fucking industry get you fucked up about nothing, bro. Yeah. But you super excited right now. Yeah. And I like seeing it, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I like seeing it.
Score
one for the good guys, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it because, like I said, we're all out here trying to do the same thing if you really think about it. Most of us have left our family, left our friends to come out here to do, to entertain the world. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And a lot of times we catch strays that we ain't supposed to be catching, but it ain't nothing we can do about it. We catch situations that we ain't supposed to catch. And I think it can. And I've always been, me personally, kind of guarded because I've always wondered how people perceive me. Okay. And most people that don't talk to me don't, like Trey and I talk all the time, on the phone about all kind of stuff. And most people that would get to know me would know, like, yo, most people say, yo, he's solid. But if you don't get to know me, then you only going off of what people are saying, because I will get like, I'm a snap if I have to. Right. So I've been kind of laid back. And even like you said, T, I've been around you, but our conversation's always been like respect. Like, yo, T, you could talk. Like when you came in and did a man's world that time. Yeah. So my thing is, I haven't, maybe even the confidence level hadn't been at to where it is right now, too. Okay. So I think it's a combination of that.
Well, that's good. It'll be good for your confidence, bro.
That's good, man. Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Appreciate y'all.
What you got a topic?
I already did his.
He did it?
I had a few of them, but...
Okay, go to Trey. No, go to Trey.
Go ahead.
Go to Trey.
Are we going to talk about the Lamar Odom situation? After you said that was going to be a great discussion.
Oh, no. Okay, so, you want to kick it off?
I mean, all right. I didn't know what angle you
wanted. Y'all talk Stephen A. Smith yet?
Huh?
With his comeback on Cam, did y'all want to touch that? Okay.
Cam Ron or Cam Newton?
Cam Newton.
No, I don't know. Bring it to
I don't know about that.
Cam Newton had Jason Whitlock on his podcast.
I did not know that.
So he had it on. He had him on there because Jason Whitlock had been going hard on Cam Newton about his appearance and all that type of stuff.
Right.
So when they was on there for the first at least 45 minutes to an hour, it was Cam Newton and Jason Whitlock going back and forth with each other, right? But they started gaining that mutual respect. You know what I mean?
Because the first 45 minutes, like arguing, or
I won't say arguing, but just going back debating.
Okay. What's your problem with me? What you got?
Well, right. And then Jason was like, hey man, I see so much more in you. This is what he kept saying to Cam.
He said that to Cam. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, but you got the hat going on and all of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? You could be doing a lot more, but it's distraction. And then Cam was saying what he says. So near the end, they kind of have, mutual respect. And then Cam said, let me ask you a question, Jason. What's up with you and Stephen A. Smith? It was no more than 7 minutes. Well, before Jason Whitlock was great going, he was about to say something, and then he said no. And I got to give Jason, I know a lot of people don't like it, but you got to give the benefit of the doubt on this, because he said, I know this is your guy. You know what I mean? I know Stephen A. is your guy. You work with him. So when he was ready to say something, Cam said, nah, keep it a foul. So he opened up that door.
Okay.
So then Whitlock went in on Stephen A. Smith.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
Man, he's saying stuff like he's a liar. He didn't shoot 17 threes in a row. He talked about his basketball career.
Okay.
He has to, he works for the man. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that went in.
Okay.
So Stephen A. Smith came back and did a rebuttal on it. And then Ryan Clark and them got involved because they went on at Cam because they felt like Cam should have stepped up and said something to Jason Whitlock about him talking about Stephen A. because Cam Newton's on First Take, and then Cam Newton came back and was like, yo, I'm not going to censor people if they're on my show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Say what you want to say.
Yeah, to a point, you know what I'm saying? But I said, what you can say is this. Like if I do a show with somebody and someone goes, yo, man, Tony Rock, this, I'm gonna say, look, hold on. I'm saying, like, Tony, my boy. Now, you want to say something, but that's my boy now. Just letting you know that. Now you say what you're going to say. That makes you at least, that makes you feel.
Put that out.
If you see it, that I at least
disclaimer,
that, yo, I'm not dissing you. So that's what Stephen A. Smith felt. And then Stephen A. Smith just came back with a rebuttal saying, yeah, me and Cam is cool, but he tore Cam Newton. So everybody on that line page is like, I don't think Cam coming back.
Wait, Stephen A. Smith went at Cam.
He went at
Cam.
Jason
Whitlock.
No, because he don't like Jason Whitlock. He didn't go at Jason Whitlock. Okay. He went at Cam for Cam, but Ryan Clark got involved in it saying, well, you kind of like backstab your man. You're supposed to have loyalty. And then when Cam Newton said there's no loyalty in this business, then Stephen A. Smith got mad again. It's all on YouTube, y'all. So
okay, all right, so I gotta go check this out.
Yeah.
We can address this next week if y'all want to.
Man,
but but I will say this from what you just told me right now. I think in a professional setting, I'm going to say a podcast is a professional setting.
It is.
To ask somebody, what's your beef with someone is content.
Right.
Yeah, it
is
is
content. If I say to somebody, if I say to Guy Tori, what's your problem with Joe Fox, man? If we sitting here and I say to Guy Tori, what's your problem with Fox? And he
get it.
And he goes on a 10-minute rant. How, if somebody ever looked at that and was like, Tone didn't defend Fox, I wouldn't have to defend Fox. The whole world knows Fox is my man.
Right.
And that they know in this setting, that's content. Now, if we were outside on La Brea and fucking Wilshire, and I say, what's your problem with Fox? And he's like, that motherfucker. I'd be like, hold up, nigga.
Yeah, that's
hold
different.
the fuck up, yo.
Right. That's my man, yeah.
Be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we outside and it could go different.
Right.
But in a professional setting, what's your problem with Fox? Do tell. People are watching.
Now, what's funny what you said was, they try to claim also in that, if you watch the Stephen A. Smith part of it, he goes, yes, it's content. We know it's good content, but they're trying to say all content ain't good content. So if it's that kind of...
It's like this,
for who?
You got content out. You got millions of content that's out right now. We're in competition. If people are in competition, this podcast is in competition with this content is in competition with that.
Right.
So right now, there's really no such thing as bad content. Bad content is content that's not getting viewed.
See,
here's
the problem with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, because Cam is on First Take.
Yeah.
Now he feels like, you know what I mean? Like, I put you down here,
right?
And you won't let you.
Well, they went at it before.
They did.
They went at it before.
Here's the thing with Stephen A. Smith.
Just because he worked for ESPN, don't make you my brother.
Stephen A. Smith go at everybody.
You got a job. We're co-workers. That's it.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith goes at everybody.
Right.
But then if you go at him, he take it personal.
That's his problem.
Cam said to him.
That's on him.
Cam said to him, what on his podcast when they was talking about it. Wait a minute, y'all coming at me, but when you was on Carmelo's podcast and you went at LeBron James, it was the same thing. You went at James on Carmelo and they best friends.
Right.
And Carmelo didn't, shut you down. You know what I mean? So,
it's content, bro.
It's content.
People are watching. Look, if people heard Cam and Jason Whitlock, if they heard Cam has Jason Whitlock on this week, you automatically going, yo, I know they're gonna say something. That's why you tuning in. Like, yo, they gonna be going at each other. Yeah, I want to see that.
And it was good, Tone.
Now you hear the rebuttal, like, oh, Stephen A. Smith got a rebuttal. It's all they all winning right now. Yeah, they all winning.
Yeah.
And that's a great lead to go into this topic right here. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're gonna go talk about the Lamar Odom situation real quick.
Okay.
Matter of fact, should we do this for the Patreon? We only got 15 minutes left.
He has something. He has something for Patreon. The Orlando story.
No, because you was gonna talk about Chris Brown, and then I was like, I'll tell my story.
We can use Chris Brown and lead into that story.
Yeah, so we can do that next week. I can always tell that story. It's a true story.
All right.
So
the quick version was we was gonna address the Chris Brown situation, how crazy that was, and I was like, I have a story comparable, but we can do that later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so this is regular Patreon.
Let's go to Patreon.
But hold on. Let's introduce the page so it'll make people tune in. All right, so say what you're gonna say about the Patreon.
I was about to say, yo, come on over to the Patreon portion of the show to hear content that you won't get on the regular episode of Live from the Green Room. Shout out to all of our Patreon subscribers. Give us a second, and we're going over to Patreon. Follow us.